and thank you so much for coming back to my channel, Gigi the Gap Fashionista. And basically what we will be talking about today is about the different type of schools that you can go to for nursing. So the route you can go is either CUNY SUNY. CUNY is a city university of New York. This is all for my New York people. SUNY is the State University of New York, but within the state that you are in, it will basically be your community college or your state college. So whatever state you're in, just add that in as to state or your city college, your city community college, versus private. So the similarities is that with either school you go to, you're going to get a good education. The difference now comes in terms of the money. So for SUNY or CUNY schools or city college or state college schools, the money differs because it will be less than what it is for a private institution. So speaking about all my New Yorkers who are in New York, you know how it is getting into the community college or the SUNY colleges out there. It's a huge waiting list. It's very competitive, and you have to make sure that you have all your grades really good, A's, A pluses. You want to make sure that your city entrance exam or state entrance exams are really good, that you're very in the high top percentile, so that you're able to do well when you're getting scouted for these schools. You also want to make sure that you're able to ace your interview when you're meeting with the schools that you're trying to get into. You also want to make sure that you have a portfolio, because some schools do ask for portfolios, which are basically showing documentation of schoolings that you've been through, or papers that you might have done in the past, or anything that could kind of sell yourself as to what makes you unique from all the other students out there. So with CUNY or SUNY schools, the price is really different. That's the huge difference that it is right there. For example, let's just say a CUNY school would be $30,000 for the schooling, versus a private school that will probably be way more. So those are like the different, like those are not like exact prices, but I'm just trying to show you, for example, as to the difference between colleges that are in the state or city versus the private sectors of school. So another difference is that private schoolings, those are for-profit schools, which means that you have to pay into it. You are eligible to get FAFSA, which is financial aid, or a Pell Grant, which is money that the state gives you that you do not have to pay back. It's yours, you get to keep it, and it's for your schooling. So usually, depending on the finances of yourself or your family, you're eligible for up to 4 years of Pell Grant or financial aid. But depending on those circumstances, you may not be eligible for that. You may be only eligible for 2 years, or you may be eligible for 4 years, but it all depends. But you want to make sure that you go to a school, whether it's CUNY, SUNY, or private, a school that is accredited by the nursing board where you are from. And by accredited, you have to go to the website of the school and make sure that you see that it's accredited by NLN or this board of nursing, or it's a different, that you are going to a school that's going to grant you a real degree versus a fake degree out there. So they have a lot of nursing programs or different programs for different like medical or different things like that that are not accredited. That is just like somebody just trying to steal your money. But you want to make sure that whatever school that you do go to, that it is accredited. A huge difference between these schools is that I would say that if you try to go the route of CUNY or SUNY and didn't get into those schools because of the competition, and you know you get all A's and you did really good on your entrance exams, you have a very good portfolio, X, Y, and Z, that you go to a private school. And a lot of people look down on private school because it's for profit, which means that you are giving money to the school, and the money is actually getting money from you to pay for different expenses, and you know, they're just being able to monetize the money. But people shouldn't look down on those schools, because it's actually those schools that's being able to assist that patient, because it's less competitive than CUNY or SUNY routes. They make sure that they give you an education that is something that, what can I say, that's very helpful to your profession, because you're able to do your classes and it's not really like a whole bunch of guessing. They're very in depth with what they have to teach you, and it's basically, I don't want to say consider a trade school, but basically you know that you are going there for that one thing and you're coming out and you're going to start your employment afterwards. So with private schooling, at some point in time, some private schools do not accept FAFSA or Pell Grant. So that do mean that you will have to pay for that out of your pocket. They have many schools like that when they first get started out as a private school, that they will have to have the student pay out of pocket for their education, and that is up until when the school actually does well with their accreditation and everything, before they're able to get the FAFSA or the Pell Grant that they need. So basically that's the huge difference between the different routes in school. So for me, going to private school was easier because I was able to just get straight into nursing, and I was able to figure out that I basically was able to get straight into nursing. And it was easy for me because I had already did all the sciences that I needed. So all my things just transferred right over. So that's why I chose the private route versus the CUNY route, which I did try, but it was very competitive and I couldn't get into it. So if you have any questions for me down below, please write it in. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to my channel so that you're able to get all the notifications of the videos that I will be posting. The difference between private school versus SUNY or CUNY schools is that with private schools, they don't really ask for all those sciences that are needed for the CUNY or SUNY route. A&P 1, A&P 2, Biology 1, Biology 2, Physics, Chemistry, all those classes. I think when I went to my private school, they only asked for A&P 1, 2, and maybe Biology and Chemistry 1. They didn't ask for 2. And I don't think they even asked for Physics. But with private school, they will accept credits. Also with the CUNY and SUNY route, they will accept credits, but I just feel like with the private schools, it's more of a leverage as to what you could get for them, basically because you are paying more into out of your pocket into the education that you are receiving from them. So depending on the route that you go, you will still get a very good education. I guess it just depends on how quickly you would be able to become employed, because based on how long the training program is. But either route you go with will be a good route. And if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. And good luck on your nursing journey.
Your love is rated X. That means you're extra.